Shakira Austin is at center for Connecticut. Harris and Carrington with impressive debuts as starters in that backcourt with the three-headed monster in Jones, Thomas, and Bonner. How about the display of defensive intensity by the Connecticut Sun on Tuesday, defeating Indiana 92-71. And their new pieces shined. And you got to keep in mind for Washington, while Deladon's not here, they held a double-digit lead entering the fourth quarter against the super team that is the New York Liberty, who improved to 2-0 last night.
Just because Elena Deladon is not here doesn't mean that the Washington Mystics has not come ready to play. They are prepared. Coach Tito has them ready to go, and you got to be ready to play them.
Jeffrey Smith, Kevin Fahey, Sarah Williams, our officials. Austin against Jones. And the tip corral by Brittany Sykes, second-year guard for the Washington Mystics. Overall for Sykes, year 8 out of Syracuse. Dribble handoff with Dolson. And Sykes throws it away. Bonner foot race, tracks it down. Easy two for the Sykes.
Easy two for the one of Bonner. If she's going to get transition points like that, it might be a long night.
Connecticut scored 29 points off 25 Indiana turnovers on Tuesday, feasting on the opponent's mistakes. Atkins with the jab, fires from deep off the heel. Sykes collides with Jones, nabs the loose ball, balled up, no jump, and there it is. The reigning coach of the year in the WNBA, Stephanie White, who joined the Sun a year ago, impressed and proud of her group and how they performed on Tuesday, their commitment on the defensive end of the floor.
I'm pretty sure Steph didn't get a break. She was doing
your job.
Yeah, I need to ask her some tips. Color commentating all year for the NBA. It's almost like she knows I'm talking to her. She's kind of laughing right now.
I loved her line the other day doing some media availability. Loves analytics as a broadcaster, but as a coach, they drive her crazy.
Hey, you gotta have the numbers to support what you're saying.
Ty Harris knocked down 4 threes in her starting debut on Tuesday. Thomas hangs on the rock, back to Thomas. Now Harris operates around the screen. Rebound, Brittany Sykes, who did it all against New York at 14, 10, and 7. Austin off 1 foot, can't make it home. Brianna Jones remains on a minutes restriction, coming back from the torn Achilles. Stephanie White said it's going to be the long haul here for Breezy, getting her back in the mix.
But they miss her on the court. She brings so many different intangibles, things that you don't see in the box sheet, screening, cutting, making passes to open players.
Carrington teed one up. Nice find by Jones. Offensive board. Back to the cutting. Carrington is fouled on the reverse pick. Dejanay Carrington as a cutter has been outstanding in the early part of the season. Fouls on Austin. Eric Tebow in year 2 as the head coach, taking over for his father, Mike, who retired from coaching a couple years back. The winningest coach in WNBA history, Mike Tebow.
Keep it in the family.
This is year 11 for Eric Tebow on the staff altogether. He filled in sporadically in 2022. And Eric said of the Connecticut Sun, talking about how they looked on Tuesday, they looked the most ready of any 12 teams in the league.
Connecticut has really been prepared. I think it's something to be said when you have your core coming back, everyone coming back, everyone knows what the system's going to be like. They know what practices are going to be like, and they can really help jumpstart the new additions to the team to fit in very smoothly.
Dolson lobs back to Sykes, kick it out. Stephanie Dolson, a threat from the outside, backing down the shorter Carrington. Layup is stuffed. Mystics 0 for their first 3 from the floor. Thomas, outlet, Carrington to Bonner. Steps in for a long 2. Atkins splits the defenders. Nifty.
That's a tough shot. Splits the defenders and kissed it off the glass.
Talked talked about Austin coming back from an injury. Atkins missed 13 games with an ankle sprain. So never mind Deladon's absence, but they played with a broken lineup much of the year. Carrington's 3 is off the mark. Sun just 1 for 5.
Right, and they have a great core coming back as well. So you have some continuity coming in, and it's just great to have some of your core players back on the court ready to play.
Sykes uses the fake. Samuelson into Austin. Shakira Austin, former number 3 overall pick, almost had it swiped by Jones. Dolson at 3. Rebound Carrington. One thing Connecticut looks to build on from Tuesday, Stephanie White said our guards have to be better defensive rebounders. There's Carrington crashing the glass.
Long shots equal long rebounds, and the guards have to rebound the elbows. So when you take these threes, the long rebounds are typically going to come back very far to the elbow area, and that's where the guard should be in order to get those boards.
Carrington faked the triple, looked to inbound into Thomas, but her pass was swatted down. Defense, the early story, 3.5 minutes in, just 6 points combined. Two franchises familiar with one another. They met in the WNBA Finals in 2019. Washington won the series 3-2 in the best of 5. Brianna Jones subs out. Olivia Nelson-Adota checks in for Connecticut. Year 3 out of UConn. Acquired by the Sun via trade ahead of last year.
There's great expectations for Olivia this year. She's coming in having more experience, more physicality, more offense, and I think she'll have a pretty good season this year.
Confidence has grown, especially with having Brianna Jones back in that post room. Samuelson just knocked down the 3 at 43% three-point shooter a year ago. 5-4 Mystics. Thomas, spin cycle, engaged, just couldn't finish.
I like that spin cycle, engaged.
Sykes breezes by.